Today I want to talk about technique again. Something that I would recommend that you do if you're doing YouTube at all, or if you're thinking about doing YouTube at all. This is something that I would recommend that you think about including in your process. It doesn't work on this channel because this channel is all about creating everything in the day, same day. But if you have a channel more like my Retired Me channel or my photography channel, one of the things that you don't have to do every single day is create new B-roll. You can start to create a library of B-roll. Now, I've had some people ask me, what is B-roll? Well, this is called A-roll. And then if I put a video over the top of me showing you the setup that I used today to create my B-roll, that's B-roll. It's basically the clips that sort of add context to what you're talking about. And today, so I was at, believe it or not, I was at Panera, which is my usual morning thing to do. And I took along this setup I just showed you in the video. My little Platypod base cost $10. My Ulanzi ball head, micro ball head, I think it cost maybe $30. And then the Joby holder for my phone, I think it was $20 at Best Buy. It's not expensive. And I just set it on a table away from me. And I turned it to 60 frames per second. Now, this video that I'm making right now is 30 frames per second. 24 or 30 frames per second is pretty normal for YouTube. And I used to be a big proponent of 24 frames per second because that's more the cinematic kind of view. 30 frames per second actually works better, I think, for YouTube. So everything that I video now is at 30 frames per second. The B-roll, I shot at 60 frames per second. And the reason I did that is because I can edit it down to up to half speed. I could go 80% speed or 60% speed, whatever fits the mood. And I have that option, or I could just let it play at regular speed, which it will play back at 30 frames per second. So, let me put this down before I spill it on myself. I shot one long clip. I'm going to put some of it up here over me while I'm talking. I just had the phone sitting on a table across the aisle from me. I made sure that there was plenty of room around me. I wanted to get space over me, a little space beneath me. I wanted to make sure I had space behind and in front of me because I need some room to move. Now, I can take that one clip that took maybe a minute to record, and I can create a lot of different B-roll. What I'm going to show you has been slowed down to about 70%. So it's not quite 30 frames per second. It's a little bit faster. I mean, I should say it's not quite half speed. It's a little faster than half speed. And one of the things I can do is take a portion of this clip. I can choose a portion of the clip and edit just that. And I can go into DaVinci Resolve and I can set a starting point and an ending point. So I can create this pan across the screen like you're seeing right now. I don't want to do that really fast. I want it to go really slow, and it doesn't have to move far. It just needs to be enough that you kind of notice on the edges, things are moving a little bit. It gives just a little bit of movement to your video. I could do the same thing of scrolling down, like you're seeing now, or maybe scrolling up, whichever one fits the edit better. I can also take a wide shot and zoom in very slowly, just to give a little bit of movement to the camera so that not everything is just a static shot like what I'm filming right now. And then there are different elements of this. Some elements I was just looking at the computer. Some pieces I was actually drinking coffee. Another one I had my hand on my chin. Just giving myself a few different looks so I can choose different pieces of that 60-second video, however long it turned out to be, and pick and choose what I want to be the B-roll over me talking. So if I were to, let's say, I were to sit at Panera and make this video, which was originally my idea, but I forgot my microphone. But if I were to sit there, then this B-roll would suddenly start to make sense. If I make some B-roll, let's say that I have videos I'm doing about decluttering, and I have some B-roll of picking up stuff off my bed, folding some clothes, putting it into the hamper, dusting a piece of furniture or whatever, that one little shot of video could be used across multiple YouTube videos, just as a way to give a little break to me talking to the camera. And you can just reuse them over and over and over. It will make your videos a little more interesting, and nobody cares that they've seen it before. So there are a lot of uses for this kind of tool. And what I would recommend, and it's something that I'm actually going to do for my photography channel, is I would recommend that you start a library of video clips, save them to your hard drive, label them in ways that you know what they are, you know exactly what you're looking for, and then you can just pull that clip in and edit out a little piece of it here and there and put it into your video as a B-roll. You don't have to go film 6 different shots. You can do one shot and edit it 6 different ways. Now, I don't recommend putting them all in the same video, but if I'm talking somewhere and I'm making a video at the park, or I'm making a video in my car, or I'm making a video sitting in my office, I can add some B-roll clips that go along with what I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about making coffee in the morning, I can sit down at the table and talk about making coffee, but I've got B-roll of me grinding the coffee, of me pouring water into the Chemex, of pouring the coffee into the cup. And I can use that, again, film it wide enough in 4K so that you've got a little room to crop and edit and make it look just a little different every time. It's something that I'm going to start doing. Again, not for this channel, because this channel is all about creating everything on the same day. But for my other channels, it could save me a lot of time in the long run as I take a few months to build up that library of clips. Something you might want to try if you're new to YouTube, if you're just starting out with YouTube, you might want to just give it a try on one of your videos that you're practicing with, or if you're thinking about starting a channel. Maybe for right now, all you want to do is just make B-roll clips. Just do that. Just make a bank of them that you can pull from when you actually decide to sit down and create the videos that you want to create. It will save you a lot of time and hassle, make your editing process so much quicker, make your shooting process a lot quicker, and make your videos even more interesting. That's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you tomorrow.